welcome to another episode of Rediscover Your Stash with Khristina, Sorge, and I. So today we are tackling photo overlays. And these are the photo overlays I'm going to be working with. They are from Chamel's first collection. And I have an entire pack of them completely unopened. So I'm going to start by deciding on my paper choices for my background. I'm using papers and embellishments besides the photo overlays. The rest of the products that I'm using are from Felicity Jane. So I decided I wanted to do a layout. I did screenshots of my two favorite books that I read this past year in 2016. And reading, I read a lot, but I don't always really document me reading. In fact, I don't document, I'm a normal scrapbooker. I document my kids and my dogs and everything else, and not so much what goes on with me. So since I read a lot, I decided that I would do a little layout, and so I screenshot two books that I read this year that I loved and were by far my favorite books. And I thought maybe I would start doing that every year, just doing two or a couple books that I really liked, or snapping pictures of them if they are hardcovers, because I flip between ebooks on my iPad and paperback books in person, or hardcovers in person, because I have a huge, huge collection of books. So now I'm going to pull in these photo overlays. Back to the layout. Enough with the book rant. And I decided I don't want to use them. So photo overlays are basically acetate sheets. They have some design on them, and you're supposed to place them over your photos to add a little bit of a decorative touch. Pretty much the type of thing that maybe you would do in Photoshop, where you add text or a nice filter from Instagram. This is just kind of a way to add that effect to a picture without going the digital route. So what I decided to do was I fussy cut the globe. I'm going to fussy cut the globe, and I'm going to, what am I doing? Oh, I took everything off my page because I had it all figured out what I wanted to do, but I hadn't glued anything down. All right, let me catch up here for a second and see what I'm doing on my layout. Okay, so I have two overlays there. I cut one in half. I placed them on either end of my embellishment cluster, and then I have one at the top, and all of them have that lovely gold stripy stuff on it. This is the third one I'm going to use. It's so lovely, and I'm going to go ahead and put that little piece of over there, and this is where I discovered that these overlays have little film on them. Ha ha ha, how fun. So now that I have this photo overlay completely glued to the page, I decide it's time to remove the film. So FYI, don't forget to remove the film from your acetate. It's not a good idea. So I'll just let myself fix that in a minute, and then we'll get back to what we're doing. So if you think of photo overlays just as acetate sheets, you can fussy cut them, you can place them around your layout, you can use them for a lot of different things. So I've pretty much created a shelf here for my books to sit, and then I created kind of like a frame around my photos of my books with two of the acetate photo overlays, and then I cut a third acetate overlay down, and it is over on the left, and it says lovely. And then a fourth acetate overlay, I fussy cut that little globe, because I thought the globe went really well, the idea of like reading and traveling and taking you away and all that. And so now I have a little triangle with three kind of embellishment clusters around my photos, and I'm really liking the way that this looks. And I'm going to add some wood veneer pieces. These wood veneer pieces are from Ellie Studio. She had a little like mini read collection, and that's what these are from. And I've been hoarding that stack of books. It's so pretty, very thin, and it did end up being a little bit hard to stick to the page, but so pretty. I love it. I could like have 20 of those little pieces of wood veneer. So now I want to add a little something. So I feel like there's a gappy place on the photo overlays on each side. There's like, you can kind of see like one maybe looks like funny, two funny L's or something. And so I grabbed this Felicity Jane paper with this gorgeous, gorgeous floral, and I'm just going to spend a lovely amount of time fussy cutting some circles and some of those floral pieces and inking everything up with Hickory Smoke Distress ink, because it is my go-to right now to ink everything with that. If I'm going to ink anything, it's going to be with that. So now I'm just gonna, and this is the part where I go stark raving mad. So the entire time making this layout, it's totally bothering me that that woman's face is looking out off the page. Driving me batty. Can't stand that the woman's looking off the page. And I'm trying to deal with it, and I was trying really hard not to flip the photos because I knew it would just be, you know, ripped paper and move all the stuff and blah, blah, blah. But in the end, I just had to. And now I'm much more comfy with that look right there. Much better. So I went ahead and used some striped washi tape to make it look like my photos are kind of like are held onto the scrapbook page with washi tape. And now I'm going to pull in these circles. So I cut these circles just because I love that coral paper. And I did gut it, and so I wanted to add more of that coral design around the layout. And now you can see that off camera I have cut more flowers, exponentially tons of them, and put them all around the layout. And they're beautiful, and I love them. So I put the year at the top, 2016, and at the bottom, I'm going to go through my stash and grab some Felicity Jane white puffy letter stickers, and I'm going to continue to use those to finish my title, which is going to be Best Books. I'm so sorry if I sound out of breath. I'm seriously multitasking right now, and I'm doing chunks of this voiceover while I cook tacos for my family for dinner. So yeah, that's super duper fun, right? Be sure to head over to Khristina's channel so that you can check out her video and her layout. I know she did some super fun things with photo overlays. And be sure to go ahead and go through your stash, pull some of those overlays out and use them in new and unique ways, like fussy cutting them to make little embellishments or using them for layers behind photos. And Khristina, I know she made a shaker pocket out of photo overlays on her channel as well, so that's a super cute technique too. And if you use any of your photo overlays or want to play along with us, feel free to post your photo of your layout on Instagram and hashtag it with Rediscover Your Stash, because I know that hashtag isn't used much, and so you can use it, and then we will check it out and come find your layout. You can also catch us on the 15 Minutes to Scraps Beagle Mom Scraps Facebook page. I know both Khristina and I are members of their design team, and we're both there and active on that group as well. So now I'm just doing last little bits of throwing paper or sequins on my layout because I love sequins. And there were some gorgeous ones in this Felicity Jane kit. So I'm tossing sequins around, gluing them down. Now I'm just adding some extra adhesive to some of the wood veneers because they decided to flip up. And then for some reason this video, I ended it quite abruptly. Like usually I flip the layout around and show you the layout. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just kind of stopped this video with my layout upside down. So be sure to head on over to my Instagram channel where I will have a better photo that's not crooked of me holding down, of the layout finished. So I think I even stuck my finger to it at some point. I was getting really frustrated, apparently. So have a wonderful day, and Khristina and I will see you back in a couple of weeks with a new Rediscover Your Stash video. And be sure to continue to comment and let us know what you would like us to do, because this was a subscriber request and we love to hear what everyone needs use of their stash. So have a wonderful day. Bye.